Hey everyone, we are waiting for the bus to go to Hutiaoxia, where we are gonna hike for 2 days.
Okay. Hi everyone. We are currently at Tiger Leaping Gorge, out of breath walking up this big mountain. We had, some difficulties finding this place, had a little transportation mix up, but we're all good now. Having a good time, and it's a crazy hike. Let's go.
The food is super delish. Who knew in this kind of high mountain they can still deliver such delicious food? Hey everyone, we just had lunch at Nashi family and we're full and refreshed and we're hydrated, and now we're ready to go to the next stop, which is T-Horse Guesthouse.
If you can see behind me, there might be a mule guy. He was offering his services to take us up the next difficult part. So we're currently leaving the guest house John just talked about. It is 3 hours to the next guest house, which is called what, John?
T-Horse.
T-Horse guest house is 3 hours away. And I think in between these two guest houses is the most difficult part of the whole trail, right, John?
Yeah, I think so.
It's called the 28 steps. And this, 28 what? Bends, the 28 bends. And this is predicted to take 3 hours. It is currently 4:30 in the afternoon. We started later today than most people start the trail because we did not get a good night's sleep last night, so we decided to sleep in and just, play today by ear and not worry about it. So, whatever. So right now we're trying to look at this map. Hopefully we'll be there by 7:30 or 8. We'll see. 15 minutes later and we are dying. John wants a walking stick, but I don't see anywhere to buy one.
But I do read that some people say on top of the mountain there will be an old grandpa selling water and walking stick.
John's also entertaining us with fun facts. His latest fun fact was in India, apparently cow urine is a valuable commodity. So this is the way we're walking. We just walk, walk, walk. 2 minutes later. 2 minutes later, we're taking a break. You gotta pace yourself, you gotta pace yourself.
Oh my God.
Hey John, how much was that guy charging to take us up on mules?
200 to the rooftop, to the mountaintop.
We're gonna push on, we're gonna persevere.
Yes.
Hopefully we make it.
Mm-hmm.
We know that there's a bed waiting for us, so.
When we get off the train station, the Didi driver asked us, did we bring a pot and spoon? I found that's very bizarre, so I asked why. He said if we brought those things, we can get a really delicious soup of mushrooms on the mountain. He said it's super delicious. Hello, Mr. Donkey.
45 minutes after the Nashi family house, you can see the trail's becoming a little more rugged. John found a walking stick. There was a nice lady down there selling Snickers, ice cream, water.
So on my left side is Jade Dragon Mountain, and the mountain we're climbing, which is next to the Jade Dragon Mountain, is Haba Mountain. You can see that the Jade Dragon Mountain is obviously very Chinese. Jade and dragon, that's what Chinese people like to talk about. And Haba is not a Chinese word. I think it's a Tibetan word, because after we entered Shangri-La, we saw lots of Tibetan words written everywhere. And in fact, the word Shangri-La is also not Chinese. I bet it's also Tibetan. We finally made the 28 bends. It's not as hard as we thought. Chris thought it was much longer, and I called it right.
Here's the little shack denoting the end of the 28 steps. It was not as hard as I thought, but that might have been because I think we went a harder way than most people. So if you're gonna take this journey, I would, read a lot of guides online. We had a little transportation mix up this morning, so we just kind of got off on a different path. To get up on the upper gorge path, we had to go up a very steep road. And so I think that road about killed us, and it trained us well for these 28 steps. People, online say it's the hardest thing ever. I mean, it was hard, don't get me wrong. Obviously I'm sweating like a pig, but it was pretty good. So now we're gonna keep going. I don't know how much longer it is to where we're staying for tonight. Let's find out. We may have arrived at Tea Horse Inn, not quite sure.
Hello.
Hello. Ooh, lots of recyclables. Okay, so here's our room for the night. Nice basic room. Got a great view out the window. Oh, they actually have a hairdryer. The only thing I'm sad about is they don't have a cup for me to make my morning coffee. They might sell coffee in their restaurant. And here's the bathroom. Pretty basic, lovely. All right, so we are exhausted. I think we're going to wash up and then maybe grab a bite to eat and then crash. So they got Korean food, Chinese food, and
Western food.
Western food.
Too bad there's non-Japanese food.
Wah, wah, wah.
Tibetan tea, 酥油茶。纳西巴巴。
All right, day 2 of hiking the Tiger Leaping Gorge. Last night was a pretty good night at the Tea Horse Inn. The bed was a tad uncomfortable and the comforter was a little small. Also, the soundproofing between the rooms was really poor. But wow, look at this view over here. My legs are only a little sore from yesterday, so I think today's gonna be a great day. I also think today's less intense, so we'll find out if that's true or not. It's about, I think, 8:45 a.m. or so. Looks like someone's burning something, so there's like this kind of haze in the gorge right now.
That's the cook from people
Oh, John says it's from people cooking. I think it's 2 hours to the next guest house. So we've walked north about 5 minutes and there's a view of Tea Horse. It seems like the first part today is this boring kind of concrete driveway, but still the views are great. Every so often you'll see these signs so you know you're on the right track. There you go. Go back to your family. It's been about 45 minutes since we left the guest house. We're still walking on these concrete streets. We're not quite sure if this is the way. I don't know. But so we might have accidentally turned the wrong way. Okay, so we've gotten really close to the main road at the bottom of the gorge. So apparently we've been going the wrong way. So we're gonna hike back up, which is probably gonna take an hour. And then we're gonna see if we can figure out where the path is. That sign I took a video of, that was a dirt path, but it was really confusing. John talked to some local lady and she told us to go up this path, and she says this is the path people usually take, but it does not look like a beaten path to me. We're gonna walk up here, see how it goes. Okay, this might be the path. Behind us, this is obviously a more established path. Looks like the trail's about to dead end. Okay, so we climbed up past this, and here's a water thing. Here's a path. You can see it's very faint. We're supposed to go higher up? John thinks we might need to walk up there. He's proposing we just walk up this hill. I do see some people walking up there. We think the safest thing is just to go back to where we started. Maybe we'll see people. If not, we'll get more detailed directions from the hotel staff. Here are the giant arrows we somehow missed. And so we continued walking to the right when we need to walk to the left. We spent 2 hours on this mountainside, but it was an adventure. Got some extra steps in, got a little workout. Now we're on the right trail. Everything's good. Down there you can see those 2 rocks. We were below those. That's how far down we hiked. A confusing junction here. There's some signs up there. There's some signs right here and an arrow to the halfway house, which is our next stop. We need to get some water. So I do think we're gonna go this way. And this does look more like a hiking trail. And we're getting ready to turn this corner, so we're saying goodbye to this mountainside where we spent 2 hours. You served as well. Adios, amigo. Onwards. And this trail is worth it. Look at this. You can see all the way down there. Look at the rushing water in the gorge. Coming up to some interesting cliffs here. So Yunnan has been great. It seems like Kunming is the transportation hub, and so you can fly to Kunming. There are tons of flights. It's also a major international hub. Like a lot of people flying to Southeast Asia will connect through Kunming. You know, from Kunming, then we took the train. Oh no, we flew. We wanted to take the train because I hate flying. Well, I mean, I don't hate flying, but it's just, I find it inconvenient. You know, you have to rush to the airport. You have to go through airport security. You have to wait for your flight. You know, the train station, you just show up. It's a more relaxed pace. So we wanted to take the train, but the train was sold out. So we booked a flight. The flight was like 45 minutes long from Kunming to Dali. Ooh, this part's a little dangerous, so I'm gonna focus on walking instead of talking. Survived. Oh, there's a sign for the come in. I think we're in Yunnan for 10 days, about 10 days. I mean, I could easily spend 2 months here. It's so beautiful. The nature is phenomenal. The little town have a very relaxed atmosphere. We are only going into northern Yunnan. In southern Yunnan, I think they have the rice terraces. Anyway, I've really enjoyed this whole trip. It's been beautiful, amazing. We're now approaching the halfway house. I would recommend doing this hike in 3 days so you can just really take your time and enjoy it. We started late on our first day. We didn't start till around 2 or 3 p.m. So we stopped at the Tea Horse, but some people push all the way to halfway. That seems kind of like a really big hike, but if you start really early, it's totally doable. But why not relax, enjoy yourself, enjoy the hike. After Halfway House, it appears this is the route. I think John said we're gonna be walking on a concrete road for maybe 15 minutes, and then it's gonna turn into a hiking path. And I would recommend when you're asking for directions, that's what you ask. Like, ask how long are you gonna be on concrete? I think that was our big mistake earlier today. So, you know, always ask for detailed directions and people will help you out. Not quite sure what this sign is supposed to mean.
There's a village ahead of you.
Okay, here's marker number 1. The concrete road continues to the left. If you look to the right, there's a trail with a sign. We're now walking to Tina's. From Tina's to Halfway House, it should take us about 2 hours. Then from Tina's, I think we have to walk 20 minutes to where we're taking a bus. I believe you can catch the bus at Tina's, but we were unable to buy tickets there, so we bought tickets at the other location. So after the T-horse, the trail is really flat, so you can walk at a leisurely pace. I would say though, the trail is more dangerous. Something else to consider, the first day from the beginning to T-horse guest house, there are patches of shade, and at times you'll actually be walking through the forest. Today, so far, we have been in direct sunlight the whole time. So be sure to have sunscreen, protective hat, protective clothing, carry enough water. We do have some hill parts now. Looks like it's all downhill from here. We are on the descent right now. I think this descent was the most dangerous part of the whole trek. This part's pretty okay right here, but the part that we just finished, it was very steep down and it's a lot of loose gravel, little rocks. It would have been very easy to slip. That's where we came from. I will tell you, this descent is brutal on the knees. And there's Tina's. We've left Tina's and we're walking down this road. Apparently it's about 20 minutes to where we are picking up our bus. You can take buses from Tina's, but we pre-booked our tickets from a different location. So we're hoping to get there soon because we want to sit down. We really haven't taken a break today. We did the whole thing straight through. We want to sit down, enjoy a nice meal, relax. This sun is brutal. Looks like a Tibetan grill and guest house. Just amazing, the mountains towering over these villages. We have arrived. Wow, super cute. This is the look of a man enjoying the shade. So I think we both about died. It was a beautiful day. Most of the path was flat. I think why we're so exhausted is because of the sun. It just wears you out.